17 black celebrities who have twins you didn't know about. Billy Dee Williams and Marlon Jackson are names that immediately conjure up images of their mysterious twin siblings. You will be astonished when you hear their stories about the contrast between the glittering spotlight and the quiet shadows behind the scenes. We are our memory vault, your companion in this video. This video is designed to be a companion for you, suitable for enjoyment during your downtime at family dinners or while doing light housework. All information in this video has been thoroughly researched and filtered by the Our Memory Vault team from various sources. However, knowledge is endless. If there are any details you would like to contribute, please do not hesitate to leave a comment below so we can improve every day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and turn on notifications to be among the first to watch our latest videos. Now let's get started right away with the first individuals. Billy Dee Williams and Loretta Williams. When mentioning Billy Dee Williams, audiences in our age group often immediately associate him with an elegant icon of Hollywood cinema. He has etched himself into the memories of many generations through his charismatic role as Lando Calrissian in the legendary Star Wars space saga, or his heavy, profound roles in Brian's Song and Mahogany. Billy's warm voice, confident demeanor, and air of sophistication made him one of the rare black actors to break through the rigid barriers of the film industry of that era. We are accustomed to seeing him on glittering red carpets, receiving the acclaim of millions of fans worldwide. However, there is an interesting truth that the spotlight has obscured for decades. This talented actor did not enter that glamorous world alone. On April 6, 1937, in the bustling Harlem neighborhood of New York City, Billy was born alongside a twin sister named Loretta Williams. Under the attentive care of their grandmother in a working-class family, steeped in a love for the arts, the two siblings shared their first steps in life together. However, while Billy soon revealed his talent for performing, taking to the stage at the age of 7 and steadily heading straight into the cinematic capital, Loretta chose an entirely opposite path. She decided to step back, living a quiet life, protecting herself from all the attention or scrutiny of the media. In fact, finding a clear photograph of Loretta in modern media is also a difficult challenge. From the perspective of Our Memory Vault, the contrast between the Williams siblings gives us profound reflections on the true value of choices in life. Illustrious fame is not the only measure of a meaningful life. Loretta is not a faint shadow of her famous brother, but rather she is proof that one can firmly reject the illusory spotlight to protect true peace for one's own soul. Perhaps in the noisy and volatile world of Hollywood, Loretta's stillness is a form of original happiness, a freedom that even A-list stars like Billy sometimes crave. The fact that she has kept her private life secret all these years alongside such a famous brother is truly an extraordinary decision. If the story of actor Billy Dee Williams surprises you, the next individual will touch your heart with a moving secret from the world's most legendary musical family. Marlon Jackson and Brandon Jackson. Surely among those of you watching this video, many have danced to the energetic melodies of the Jackson 5 during the vibrant youth of the 60s and 70s. This famous family band was not only the perfect launchpad for the world-renowned music legend Michael Jackson, but also left a bold mark through Marlon Jackson, often likened to a radiant ray of light with incredibly skillful dance moves. Marlon always appeared before the public with a beaming smile and a source of energy that seemed never-ending on stages large and small. However, behind the frenetic excitement and the hit songs that dominated the music charts of the time, the Jackson family always kept a quiet sorrow, a missing piece since the very first faded days. One day in March 1957, Katherine Jackson gave birth to a pair of adorable twin boys. Marlon was born with a strong cry, but his twin brother, baby Brandon Jackson, was born prematurely. Unfortunately, the little boy closed his eyes forever after only a few short hours of looking at the world. This sudden departure left a permanent void in the hearts of the extended Jackson family, especially for Marlon personally. Although he never had the chance to grow up with his brother, practice vocals together, or stand on the same shimmering stage, Brandon's brief existence has always been an invisible thread connecting Marlon spiritually throughout his life's journey. The Our Memory Vault team believes that the sad story of Marlon and Brandon brings a more somber, profound perspective on the idols we think we know too well. Sometimes the artists who bring the most joy and optimism to the world are the very ones who are silently harboring the deepest sorrows in their hearts. Marlon's constant effort to burn with all his might on stage is perhaps not just for his own burning passion, but deeper than that, it is the way he lives life fully on behalf of the unfinished life of Brandon. The pain of losing a twin at birth is an incredibly complex psychological experience shaping Marlon's resilient character. This story reminds us that behind the magnificent velvet curtain of the entertainment world, artists are also fragile before fate. Horace Grant and Harvey Grant. For those of you who spent nights passionately following the American NBA Basketball League during its golden era in the 1990s, the image of Horace Grant with his signature protective goggles is certainly a sporting memory that cannot be erased. He was a solid defensive anchor, a silent hero who played a core role in the dominant era of the Chicago Bulls, standing alongside great legends like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen to bring home 3 consecutive championships. Illustrious fame, prestigious championship rings, and the recognition of global media turned Horace into a symbol of total success in professional sports. However, there is an interesting fact that even many longtime NBA followers find surprising. Horace has a twin brother who looks exactly like him. That person is Harvey Grant, who also spent his entire youth building an illustrious career in the toughest basketball league on the planet. Born in Georgia, the two brothers grew up together, sharing the same intense passion for the orange ball and possessing almost indistinguishable physiques and athletic qualities. While Horace was fortunate enough to wear the jersey of the famous Chicago Bulls, Harvey diligently began his own professional journey at the Washington club. In fact, there were times when Harvey possessed incredibly sharp scoring skills, averaging over 18 points per game for 3 consecutive seasons, an impressive offensive statistic that his famous twin brother never reached. However, he lacked the bit of luck required to be in the ranks of a dominant team. Looking back at the ups and downs of the Grant brothers, Our Memory Vault realizes a profound lesson about the relativity of success. The media often tends to easily honor those who reach the pinnacle of glory with a team like Horace, while sometimes unintentionally overshadowing the remarkably persistent individual efforts of Harvey. We often confuse true greatness with widespread public coverage. The fact that Harvey played steadily and shone through his own ability for 11 NBA seasons is a wonderful sporting legacy that not every athlete can achieve. Their story affirms that even when sharing the same genome, each individual still draws their own proud trajectory of dedication, bearing their own unique mark. From the basketball court, let us move on to the fierce battles on the field, where two brothers had to face each other head-on in the most breathtaking moments. Tiki Barber and Ron Barber. If you are a loyal fan of American football, a sport that demands peak physical strength and tactical thinking, the name Tiki Barber is certainly etched in your mind, playing explosively for the famous New York Giants. Tiki is a true offensive machine, a running back possessing wind-tearing speed, incredible endurance, and rare agility. He set a series of impressive records for the club and quickly became one of the most sought-after media faces of the NFL in the 2000s. Beneath the dazzling light of a spectacular offensive career, Tiki seemed to be the brightest and only star of the Barber family, until eagle-eyed fans noticed a character identical to him standing on the other side of the battlefield. That resilient character is Rondé Barber, Tiki's twin brother, an irreplaceable pillar in the steel defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Born only 7 short minutes apart, the two brothers spent their childhood closely bonded, never ceasing to train together before entering the incredibly fierce professional arena. Interestingly, their careers on the field were 2 complete opposites. Tiki had the task of breaking through the opponent's defense at all costs, while Rondé was a seasoned expert with the task of intercepting those very attacks. The most spectacular and rare scene in sports history was when Rondé aggressively lunged to stop his own twin brother during heated confrontations. Our Memory Vault's perspective on the Barber brothers' story is one of absolute respect and admiration for the steel discipline of these two talented individuals. It is truly not easy when you have to set aside personal feelings to face your own double aggressively before the eyes of tens of thousands of spectators. That extremely fair rivalry did not crack their brotherly bond. On the contrary, it was a fire that tested gold, allowing both to reach greatness. While Tiki chose to retire early to step into the busy field of media, Ronde persistently dedicated himself, winning a prestigious Super Bowl championship and being solemnly honored at the Hall of Fame. They have excellently proven that the fiercest competition sometimes creates extraordinary strength. Ricky Williams and Cassandra Williams. When looking back at the history and development of the toughest sport in America, Ricky Williams always appears as one of the names that causes much curiosity and controversy, but is also full of attraction for connoisseurs. Winning the prestigious individual Heisman Trophy and becoming an explosive running back icon in the NFL, Ricky carries the image of a wild, indomitable warrior on the field. He not only attracted a large audience with his innate talent, his flexible and powerful running steps, but also because of his incredibly complex inner personality. Decisions to retire unexpectedly and deep psychological struggles under the enormous pressure of fame have caused his up-and-down career to consume countless ink from the sports media. However, what even the most passionate fans rarely know is that the strong, rugged man has a twin sister named Cassandra Williams. Unlike her famous brother, who always had to live in the eye of the storm of public opinion and the harsh scrutiny of thousands of camera lenses, Cassandra chose a completely quiet path, actively staying away from all public curiosity. Information about her life career or daily routines is kept almost strictly secret from the noisy entertainment world. Two people born on the same day, yet representing two completely opposite lifestyles, one belonging to a stadium packed with spectators, the other finding refuge in a quiet, peaceful place. Under the analytical lens of the Our Memory Vault team, Cassandra's quiet existence opens up deeply human corners about the true weight of fame. For stars who always have to struggle with pressure like Ricky, having a twin sister living an ordinary, simple life is perhaps the firmest anchor, helping his soul retain its connection to fundamental values. Cassandra's tranquil life proves a truth not everyone craves to stand under the spotlight of glory. Sometimes becoming an ordinary human, living an anonymous but free and easy life is a great blessing that nothing else can compare to in life. Tasha Smith and Sidra Smith. For audiences who love American cinema, Tasha Smith is always an actress who leaves a deep impression. She often takes on roles with strong, powerful personalities in prominent works. Tasha's appearance on screen exudes a very vibrant energy, making it impossible for viewers to look away. The audience is already too familiar with her distinctive face and sharp acting style. However, behind this brilliant aura lies a very interesting truth. That is the presence of her twin sister, named Sidra Smith. Unlike Tasha, who always stands under the lights, Sidra chooses a quieter path as a film producer. The resemblance between the two is so perfect that they once pulled off a spectacular prank on set. Sidra replaced Tasha in a scene that the entire crew did not even realize until they discovered the small difference in the characteristic demeanor that is inherently very distinct. From our Memory Vault's perspective, the sisters' story provides a very valuable lesson about respecting individual passions. Starting from the same point, but each finds happiness in different positions. One shines in front of the lens, one creates works from behind. They do not compete, but always support each other wholeheartedly. True success is not only measured by fame in front of the public, but also by silent dedication. Judy Reyes and Jocelyn Reyes. Actress Judy Reyes has become an incredibly familiar face to television audiences through her role as the adorable nurse in the series Scrubs. Throughout many years of dedicated artistic activity, she has successfully built a screen image full of vitality, truthfulness, and extreme closeness. Fans always have special affection for the radiant smile of this talented artist. However, a secret few know has been revealed. Judy grew up with her fraternal twin sister named Jocelyn Reyes. Although they share the same family home and date of birth, the two possess very different appearances and career orientations. While Judy rose to the peak of the film world, Jocelyn chose a very simple path with the job of a social worker, although occasionally she still participates in acting in some small film projects to satisfy her own personal interests. The Our Memory Vault team believes that the life of the Reyes sisters is a beautiful picture of compassion. Although operating in two fields that seem completely unrelated, the core of their work is aimed at the noble goal of soothing and helping people. One brings spiritual medicine through the screen, while the other directly engages in supporting the community. Fame does not create any boundaries that separate this deep family affection. Brian Casey and Brandon Casey. In the late 90s, the R&B music genre witnessed an incredibly strong rise of the legendary group Jagged Edge. Among them, the powerful lead vocals that conquered millions of hearts of music lovers are a part of youth memory that cannot fade for our generation. The smooth melody, mixed with the sweet voice, has become an exclusive trademark. However, many fans at that time were still often mistaken about a big truth. The two pillar members who brought the soul to this famous music group are the twin brothers Brian Casey and Brandon Casey. Because they often wear matching performance outfits and have voices that blend too harmoniously, the general public sometimes mistakenly thought they were just two artists with faces that looked alike. This wonderful harmony from within their veins helped them compose immortal love songs together, creating rare stability for the group. From the observation angle of Our Memory Vault, the greatest strength of this talented twin pair is their steadfast solidarity. In a music environment, always full of fierce competition and countless pressures, having a biological brother always by your side is an invaluable spiritual asset. They relied on each other to overcome ups and downs, proving that the family bond has the power to help art flourish and exist forever. Jason Collins and Jaron Collins. American sports always record inspiring stories, and Jason Collins is a historical figure as such. Having spent 13 seasons of persistent dedication in the harsh NBA basketball arena, he is remembered not only as a center with a solid playing style, but also as a symbol of courage. He is one of the few professional athletes who dared to openly live true to his own identity. The special thing also lies in his rear guard. Jason has always had the companionship of his twin brother named Jaron Collins, who also went through an incredibly successful sports career before moving into coaching. From the time he played at university until he stepped into the major league, Jaron was always a sturdy defensive shield for Jason. When Jason faced public opinion, Jaron stood up to support him enthusiastically, affirming the unconditional love that the family always gave to his brother. Our Memory Vault truly admires and respects the incredibly sacred family affection of this pair of twin former players. Courage does not only come from an individual daring to stand up and speak the truth, but it also shines strongly in the person who dares to stand beside them to protect and share that burden of public opinion. The story of the Collins brothers is a resounding proof that family will always be the most peaceful and firm harbor in this life. Laverne Cox and M. Lamar. For many audiences passionate about cinema, Laverne Cox is a name that shines brightly with incredibly natural acting talent. Overcoming countless rigid prejudices of society, she has asserted her solid position on the big screen. The audience is always impressed by her charm, incredibly confident demeanor, and her serious artistic dedication. However, behind that gorgeous cloak of fame lies a truly surprising story. Few suspect that Laverne has an incredibly special twin brother with the stage name M. Lamar. Completely different from the sparkling light of mainstream entertainment, M. Lamar chooses to hide himself in the space of experimental music. He is a pianist, a talented musician, focusing on exploring themes of philosophy and history. Both carry the fire of art within them, but they shine in two extremely different extremes. The Our Memory Vault team feels that the profound contrast between the two brothers brings a truly interesting perspective on the diversity of art. They prove that twin connection does not mean having to copy each other's lives. Each individual can completely freely create an independent creative world bearing their own individual mark. Respecting the core differences is the key that opens the door to true happiness. Malika Haq and Khadija Haq McRae. In the colorful world of reality television in America, actress Malika Haq has become extremely familiar. With an incredibly sharp beauty and ingenuity, she has attracted the gaze of the lens for many years. Many fans diligently follow every step, important decisions, or daily moments of hers on the screen. The great fame came incredibly naturally thanks to the incredibly intense attraction, making people forget a secret about her family. Few people know that she always has her twin sister named Khadija Haq accompanying her. Although they both stepped into the art environment from a young age, their life orientations are very different. While Malika often appears in public and openly talks about her private life, Khadija chooses to step deep behind the spotlight. She prioritizes spending her full time cultivating a peaceful family nest. The audience sometimes still confuses the appearance of the two of them. The perspective of our Memory Vault channel on this special twin pair is one of deep admiration for noble family affection. Although their careers developed in different directions and their coverage is unequal, they still maintain a tight bond. Khadija is not jealous of that brilliant spotlight. On the contrary, she turns into a peaceful harbor. This courageous choice brings a valuable lesson about true happiness. Core joy is love. Melissa Barber and Michaela Barber. On the international track and field running track full of fierceness, Melissa Barber was once a symbol of speed to be extremely proud of. The wind-tearing running steps on short distances helped her reap a series of prestigious medals globally. Sports-loving audiences always admire the extraordinary physical strength and infinite will to rise of the female champion. This agile flash on the stadium always makes every opponent have to be wary whenever the official race begins. However, her biggest secret is the presence of her twin sister, named Michaela Barber. The wonderful thing lies in the fact that Michaela is also an excellent track and field athlete of world-class stature. Although possessing a common innate talent, they are not faint copies of each other. Both sisters self-reliantly conquered gold medals at prestigious tournaments by their own efforts throughout many long years of the most dedicated competition. The Our Memory Vault team highly appreciates the extraordinary story of this speed duo. In top-tier sports, the fact that two sisters compete in the same subject often creates extremely fierce comparison. However, they turn that enormous pressure into a source of motivation to push each other further. The sweet result that both achieved proves that once competition is lit by love, all limits are broken completely and spectacularly. Markieff Morris and Marcus Morris Sr. In the incredibly harsh American basketball arena, Markieff Morris left a bold mark as an incredibly powerful forward. The always tough playing style, solid defensive ability, and accurate shots helped him reap an incredibly prestigious championship. Basketball fans are always attracted by the fiery spirit and dedication of this hero every time he appears on the court. His name is praised incredibly widely everywhere. Accompanying that greatness is his wonderful twin brother, Marcus Morris Sr. It is truly miraculous that both entered this incredibly classy league at the same time. From the days of dedicated training at university until wearing the famous team jersey together, they demonstrated an incredibly absolute harmony. Although their appearance is exactly the same as two drops of water, each still creates their own incredibly solid and distinct position. The perspective from our Memory Vault is one of absolute admiration for this incredibly talented pair of counterparts. Maintaining an incredibly unique individual identity among a team of many stars is already an extremely big challenge. However, the Morris brothers proved that similarity in biology cannot hinder flourishing talent. Deep brotherly love is always an incredibly powerful catalyst for both to rise high together. Victor Oladipo and Victoria Oladipo. Basketball star Victor Oladipo always shines brightly in the top professional championship league with his incredibly skillful agility. With countless incredibly spectacular scoring shots and incredibly fast acceleration ability, he has completely conquered millions of hearts of enthusiastic, loyal fans. The prestigious awards that he struggled to achieve are the incredibly clearest proof of his innate talent and incredibly persistent hard training. However, The public rarely suspects that this talented male player has an incredibly quiet twin sister named Victoria Oladipo. Completely opposite to the life always full of enthusiastic cheering from tens of thousands of spectators, Victoria chooses a much quieter and simpler life path. This incredibly interesting contrast has created an incredibly beautiful, colorful family picture amidst that incredibly sparkling aura. From our memory vault's perspective, the wonderful contrast of the Oladipo siblings brings an incredibly meaningful message. Not everyone born craves to immerse themselves under the brilliant spotlight of the stage. Victoria represents a tranquil beauty and incredibly solid rear guard in terms of spirit for her brother. The most noble success is sometimes simply finding a place of peace and living fully with the true deep ego of oneself. Caleb Martin and Cody Martin. In the incredibly modern world of basketball, Caleb Martin emerged as an incredibly powerful sports phenomenon. With an incredibly resilient will and an incredibly courageous playing style, he gradually asserted his outstanding talent. Incredibly explosive performances in incredibly tense matches have sent his name soaring. The watching audience always has to burst with emotions before the incredibly surprising progress of this boy, full of great, wonderful bravery. However, an incredibly interesting truth is that he always accompanies his twin brother named Cody Martin. Both together nurture a common dream of reaching the pinnacle of sports from childhood. Although possessing incredibly similar appearances, their playing styles show countless distinct points. Cody leaves an incredibly bold mark with his incredibly intelligent defensive style, while his brother is incredibly flexible in all stages of fast-attacking ball progression. According to the profound perspective from our memory vault, the path to success of the Martin brothers is an incredibly inspiring story. Starting from a common, incredibly difficult starting line, they have tried tirelessly to create countless incredibly special values. Biological kinship does not bind talent, but on the contrary, it provides incredibly firm wings for both. Incredibly silent dedication will always bring incredibly worthy results. Thompson and Ausar Thompson in the American NBA basketball arena. The appearance of twin brothers Eamon Thompson and Ausar Thompson is likened to a strange, incredibly exciting wind. Both possess extraordinary athletic qualities with speedy strides and an incredibly sharp ability to read the game, which help them quickly assert their position at top teams. Right on their first day stepping into the professional league, they created an unforgettable historical mark, attracting the attention of the entire media as well as enthusiastic fans. The rise of both is based not only on innate talent, but also on tireless, persistent effort. However, their professional journey is not always spread with roses. While Eamon shines with an incredibly explosive attacking style and skillful ball control ability, Ausar leaves a bold mark through incredibly intelligent defensive plays and tireless sacrifice in every contested situation. They share an invisible bond, an understanding that only twin pairs can feel deeply. Although currently they are wearing different jerseys representing opposing teams, the tight brotherly affection is always an incredibly solid spiritual support for each person throughout a long path full of thorns. The Our Memory Vault team realizes that the story of the Thompson brothers carries a very great significance about the necessary separation to mature. Facing each other on the top arena does not cause a loss of respect. On the contrary, it encourages both to improve together. They do not need to live under the shadow of the other, but each asserts their own self-worth through distinct individual contributions. This is a clear proof of a young, dynamic, brave generation, those who understand that being independent in career is the best way to pay tribute to family connection. Innocent Siddiqui and Millicent Mashil. In the entertainment industry in South Africa, the name Innocent Siddiqui has become too familiar to a large number of television audiences through emotional and deep roles. She possesses a natural acting ability, a poised demeanor, and an incredibly sharp artistic soul, helping her easily touch the hearts of viewers in every film. Her fame comes not only from talent, but also from sincerity in the way of working. However, behind that shine is another important piece that many audiences have never known, which is her twin sister, Millicent Michele. Contrary to Innocent, who is always associated with long-running television dramas, Millicent chooses to shine in other fields, such as hosting and incredibly creative digital content creation. She brings a fresh source of energy, grace, and a modern artistic mindset, helping her build a distinct community of fans. Although both often appear together in family events or community projects, they still maintain distinct personality traits, not letting the similarity in appearance overshadow the unique individual identity of each person. That is a rare balance between kinship and career. Under the lens of our memory vault, we truly appreciate the journey that these two sisters have gone through. They are not only beautiful, talented women, but also symbols of the perseverance to overcome all family adversity to reach success. The fact that both chose the art path even in different branches has shown an inseparable thread of connection between them. The connection of Innocent and Millicent is the perfect example of how two independent individuals can still create deep cultural marks together, inspiring positive living to millions of fans. Dear viewers, the journey of exploring these fascinating twins through 17 iconic figures has come to an end. Through this video, our Memory Vault hopes to have brought you meaningful, relaxing moments and many fresh perspectives on the talented people behind the aura. Sometimes, hidden secrets are the most interesting part of a story. Wishing you always have warm gathering times and lots of joy beside your most beloved people in the family. If you love deep, insightful content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Thank you, and see you again in the next promising exploration journeys.